The CIFA K45H is a truck-mounted concrete pump with a maximum output of 140 cubic metres per hour. This model of it comes in a CIFA branded box, but there's no information about the real machine. That's not unusual, so let's carry on and get the model out of the box. And it's no surprise there are a couple of expanded polystyrene trays, and they're factory sealed. You can cut the tape with a knife, or if you're feeling silly you can bite it off, and that allows you then to lift the model out. It is protected by some soft paper, and also inside the box are a couple of small bags of parts. One nice thing about the model is that it is very well packed, so you have to spend a minute or two to remove all of the protective packing. To get the model ready for the road, there are a couple of things to do, and there are some little outrigger spreader plates which can go into a holder just behind the rear wheels, and 2 fit on each side of the model. There's also a cover for the hopper which is a separate part, and it presses into place. The chassis is typical for NZG with a very high metal content and good detailing, although the same tyre pattern is used throughout. This pump is mounted on a Mercedes-Benz Arocs chassis, and it has a distinctive front grille and a dummy number plate. The wheel detailing is good, and there are some graphics on the outrigger post and on the side of the body, but the cab is plain. At the rear, most of the model is metal and the lights are painted. The carrier deck has got lots of non-slip walkway, and most of it's metal with the silver concrete pipe being plastic. The boom is metal with a large brass rivet connection at the base, but on the plus side all of the hydraulic hoses are modelled, and the silver sections represent the special feature of this pump boom, which is that on the real machine they're made of carbon fibre. Incoming from the left is the Arocs, and it rolls very smoothly on the Cranes etc. Autostrada. The front 2 axles have linked steering which works well, and it achieves a good angle before the tyres start fouling. Let's now set the pump up and start by getting the spreader plates out, and you won't find that way of doing it in the operator's manual. The big rear outrigger is metal and just folds out, and the front outrigger is a 2-stage telescopic with the inner stage being plastic. The pads just wind down on the screw thread, and on this model they're visible. But even though they're a little bit small, they are strong enough to hold the model up wheels free. There's one small little feature at the back which is an access step which folds down ready for use. And then we can get on and set up the placing boom. The hydraulic rams that control the boom are quite stiff, so most poses of the boom can be held. But just in case, there are pins provided in a bag, in case you want to lock any of the piston extensions in the jackets. This particular model has got a 5-section boom, so an amount of dexterity is required to open it fully up. So on we go, and you can see that at the end of the boom there's a short length of rubber hosing, which is the placing hose. As you can see, with the full articulation that's possible, you can get quite a large model set up. It's also possible to rotate the boom, although on the review model that proved to be quite sticky rather than smooth. Let's now get close in and take a look at the hopper. The lid pulls off, and underneath you can see the grille, and a nice touch on the model is that the grille is hinged so you can open and close it. If you want the hopper cover posed in an open position, you can do that by pressing it in. But really it probably would have been better if the cover had been hinged just like the grille, because it is just a little bit fiddly to pose it either in the open or closed positions. If you are the sort of person that gets really pumped up, you can open the boom up fully to a height, and then it becomes impressively tall. At this point the measuring tape comes out for the Cranes etc. dim check, and at its tallest it's about 32 inches or 80 centimetres. It's good to see a brand new concrete pump model, and this one from NZG certainly looks very good. It's well made and most of the functionality is very good, and some of the detailing such as the hydraulics on the boom are also good. It is quite expensive however, which suggests the production numbers may be low, but as a concrete pump model it's nice enough to highly recommend.